Alrighty, folks, we have a lot of earnings to break down in this video. Let's just dive right into it, starting off with CRM, also known as Salesforce. And my goodness, guys, look at this stock. It closed at $167, and right now, after the bell, you ready for this? It is over $190 a share. So let's pull up the live news tab and see exactly what they did. So it looks like they ended up doing, let me scroll down a little bit here. Here we go. They ended up doing Q4 EPS of $1.68, which beat the $1.37, so they crushed EPS. And they ended up crushing revenue, $8.38 billion versus $7.99 billion estimated. So they beat EPS and they beat on revenue. And let's see here. It looks like they returned $2.3 billion in Q4 in form of share repurchases. All right, that's good. And in terms of guidance, they see Q1 adjusted EPS of $1.60 to $1.61 versus the $1.32 estimated. So that's well above the estimate for Q1 EPS guidance. And they see revenue of $8.16 to $8.18 billion versus the $8.05 billion estimated, so that's good as well. And they see full year revenue, get ready for this, guys, of $34.5 to $34.7 billion versus the $34.03 billion estimated. So overall, guys, great quarter for Salesforce, and even better guidance, guys, even better guidance. And it looks like here they're doing another $20 billion buyback plan. That's insane, according to Barron's.com there, guys. So yeah, it's running on good earnings and even better guidance. You guys can see this is a meteoric rise for a company, for a stock like Salesforce, who's, I forget the market cap, but it's up there. It's a larger company, guys. So for it to go up 14%, that means earnings were great. What was given to us from earnings, it was not priced into the stock, and here we are. We're up about almost, $25 after the bell. This is insane. And if we pull up the 4-hour chart, let me show you guys this. We are overbought. Right off the bat, we're overbought. And the inverse head and shoulders, that I don't think we called it out on the channel, but we can see it here as now it's pretty much played out. Has played out. Look at that. We have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, as we just ripped off the 180 SMA. And mind you, we're now at a multi-month high on CRM, and we're approaching now $195, which you guys probably can see. That was the high from back in, when was this? A couple months ago, back in the middle of August. So I suspect, who knows, I could be wrong, but I suspect we do see a little bit of a pullback before we maybe plow right through $195, but I could be wrong. I don't know, guys. Anything could really happen here in the next couple of days, but just realize $195 is a big resistance. We're already up from $126 to now $192. We're already up 50% in the past 2 months, with earnings now already out, and we kind of are getting that huge spike in the price. So it's getting priced in now. Now the question is it going to continue to run up, or is the dust going to settle in the meantime? I'm leaning more towards the dust settling, but who knows? I could be wrong. But overall, shout out to the CRM holders out there. This thing is going ballistic. And the next company on the list is none other than Snowflake, ticker symbol SNOW, which, unlike CRM, Snowflake right now is actually collapsing. The stock closed at $154, and right now after the bell, it is at $144, so it's down about 7%. And at one point, it got down to $139, which was a drop of about 10%. So initially, when the numbers came out, it fell down 10%. So let me pull up the live news tab. Let's see what's going on here. It looks like they ended up doing, where is it here? Adjusted EPS of 14 cents, which beat the 4-cent estimated on revenue of $589 million versus the $575 million estimated. So they beat EPS, beat on revenue. It looks like here they're doing a $2 billion stock buyback program, and I'm not seeing anything on guidance here, but it says here, the CNBC article, it says Snowflake beat on top and bottom, and we can see, or rather we see, a dip in the stock despite strong guidance on product revenue. What is the guidance? I'm not actually seeing it here. But overall, wait a second. Am I actually seeing it here? Wait, here it is, guys. They see Q1 product revenue of $568 to $573 million, and they see full year 24 product revenue of $2.7 billion. So not too bad, guys. Not too bad. And it looks like here total customers came in at 7,800 versus the almost 7,700 estimated by the analyst there. So not too bad. And again, the stock's falling. I'm not exactly sure why. We probably have to dive deeper into the actual earnings, but that's what's going on. Earnings came out, stock's dumping. It looks like here we have a head and shoulders. If I show you guys this, let me clear the set and get the circle tool out. We have the left shoulder right there. The head's right here. Then we have the right shoulder. You guys see that? And the right shoulder is not fully completed yet, although it's clearly on the way or on its way to be completed. Or you guys know what I mean, right? I'm mumbling and jumbling right now, but you guys know what I mean. We could see more downside in Snowflake stock, on Snowflake stock. This might be going down maybe 135, 140. Maybe it even goes under that. So that's Snowflake, guys, SNOW. We also had Plug Power report, and it looks like this stock's falling as well. And we can see here it closed at $14.20 roughly. Now it's at $13.75 after the bell. In other words, it's down about 4% right now. So yeah, Plug Power, they ended up doing, let me see here, they ended up doing where is the EPS? Where is the EPS? They lost money for sure, right? I mean, they had to have lost money. Here it shows revenue, $221 million versus the $277 million, so that's not good right off the bat. They missed revenue by over $50 million, and it looks like here they lost $1.25 in EPS. Not good at all, and we can see here on the 4-hour chart, the stock is falling, right? I mean, well, it is after the bell, but over the past couple of months, it's been falling pretty aggressively. And we also have a head and shoulders here on Plug Power. You guys probably see it. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Although I butchered that, you guys get the point, right? We have that head and shoulders playing right now, and there could be more downside. No doubt about it by the looks of it on Plug Power. And before we actually get into the next stock, make sure you guys get up to 17 free stocks for Moomoo. Link down below, or you guys can go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you open up an account, you get 1 free stock, and once you deposit at least $100, you get another 4 free stocks plus 2 stocks of either AI, ticker symbol AI, or BBAI. And get this, guys, if you deposit at least $1,000, you get on top of all those stocks another 10 stocks. So yeah, up to 17 stocks from Moomoo. If you deposit up to $1,000, guys, use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, let's continue on. So the next company here is Okta, ticker symbol OKTA. Let's pull that up and see how this particular stock is doing after the numbers just came out. Oh my goodness, look at that. So Okta closed at $71. Right now it's ripping to about $81. It is up 15% right now after the bell, which is pretty impressive there. So they did 30 cents in adjusted EPS, which beat the 9-cent estimate on sales of $510 million versus $489 million estimated. So they beat adjusted EPS, they beat on revenue, and they guided for, let's see here, full year 24 EPS of 74 to 79 cents versus the 31-cent estimate from the analysts. I'm not sure what the analysts have been smoking, guys, but hey, that's well above the analyst estimate. And revenue, they're looking to see roughly 2.15 to 2.17 billion versus the 2.17 billion estimated. So pretty much right in line there. On the revenue guidance. What am I saying here, guys? You guys know what I mean, right? So not too bad of a quarter there for Okta, and it looks like here there's strong demand for identity management, and guidance was pretty strong, so we can see that huge rip in the stock. Like I said, 15% up move there, and we're noticing here, well, the uptrend is continuing. We bounced off that 180 SMA, now we're ripping past the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart, and if I zoom in, you guys can see we also took out the highs from the middle of February. Those highs were right around 78, 79 bucks, and we also now filled the gap up to about 100, or not 100, 82 rather. My alert's at 120. Might as well cancel that. We're nowhere near that. But we're right at 80 bucks now, 82, which was the high from the beginning of February, which that was about a month ago, guys. I know, 2023, we're already 2 months in. Time's flying, and that's where we are, right around 80, 82. That level needs to break for the bulls. If it does, we can get even more upside on Okta. So I'm going to set my alert at 82 bucks. There we go. Mark is at or above, and we'll watch it from there. If that breaks, we could have more upside to 88, maybe even higher than that. So watch out for Okta. We also had Splunk report. Let me pull up Splunk, and we'll see what they're doing. This stock's down about $3 right now after the bell. You guys can see it here on the intraday chart. We closed at about 103. Now it's at about 99, so it's down 3-4%. So they ended up reporting, let me see here, they did EPS of $2.04, which absolutely crushed the $1.15 estimate, and that's on an adjusted basis, guys. And revenue also beat $1.25 billion versus $1.07 billion estimated. And as for guidance, they see, let's see here, Q1 revenue of $710 to about $725 million versus the $807 million, so that's a good chunk under the estimate. And they see full year 24 revenue of $3.85 to $3.9 billion, which is under the $4.02 billion. So it seems like, yeah, I mean, we're selling off because of a miss on guidance there. That's pretty obvious. And we can see if I pull up the 4-hour chart, give me a second here, guys. We can see now with this pullback after the bell, we're still holding an uptrend. In fact, this chart looks pretty good, guys. If I clear this set and show you, I mean, we're uptrending. We have been for quite some time, for a couple months. And actually, the stock almost doubled up from 64 up to about 110. It almost doubled up. Not quite yet. But even with this dump, guys, even with the sell-off after the bell, after earnings, we're still holding the uptrend. So we're going to be watching it very closely. At least I am here in the $95 to $100 range on the 4-hour chart. And we also had Wendy's this morning, guys, report. I believe it was this morning. Let's see here. They ended up doing 22 cents EPS, which beat the 20-cent estimate on revenue of $536 million, which beat the $534 million estimated. So beat EPS, they beat on revenue, and they see full year 23 adjusted EPS of 95 cents to $1 versus the $1 estimated, and they see adjusted EBITDA of $530 to about $540 million. Not too bad. So revenue's growing, beat EPS, beat on revenue there. Guidance is not too bad, a little bit under the EPS guidance, but not the end of the world. And the stock went up about 1% on the day, and we can see here it is roughly at, well, it is technically at a higher low, but at the same time, we've been making those lower highs, as you guys can see here on this 4-hour chart. So what direction are we going to pick? That's the million-dollar question here on Wendy's. Do we get buying pressure at about 21, 22 bucks? It looks like we're starting to get some, but are we going to get enough buying pressure to get this thing to break out? We're not really getting that right now quite yet. So that's Wendy's, guys. And the last stock for the day, ladies and gentlemen, is Kohl's, ticker symbol KSS, whose stock chart right off the bat, guys, does not look good. You can see it for yourselves here. I mean, we've been pretty much, well, I guess one thing that is good is the fact that we are seeing some buying right above 25 bucks, which has been support for months, but it's holding on that point by a thread. I mean, at any minute, this could fall under 25, go to 23, which was the low from a couple months ago, and if that were to break, guys, this stock could be in free fall. So right off the bat, the chart does not look good. We arguably have a descending triangle. You can see that here on the 4-hour chart. We also had a clear head and shoulders that played out. Left shoulder right here, head right here, got the right shoulder right there. So what did they end up doing? The stock went down 2% on the day. Looks like they missed on EPS. Oh my God, by a long shot. They lost $2.49 on the quarter, which missed the 98-cent profit that was estimated, so they missed on that by a long shot, and they ended up beating they beat on revenue $6.02 billion versus $5.98, so that's not bad. So they beat on revenue, missed EPS, and it looks like here guidance, do we have anything on guidance? I'm not seeing anything on guidance, but overall, guys, again, the chart does not look good. So even if guidance was strong, I doubt it would have been, maybe it was strong, I don't know, I didn't see it, but clearly it wasn't strong enough to move the stock, to move the needle at all. In fact, I mean, the stock went down 2% on the day. So for me to even consider this thing as a trade, of course, all these stocks I'm looking at as trades, guys, for me to consider it, we have to get a break past at least 30 bucks, preferably $31 a share here on Kohl's. So I'm going to set my alert at 31, mark is at or above, and we'll see where it goes from there. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, all I ask is to hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. This is the best stock market channel on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to my second channel as well, called Stas Talks Money. And don't forget to get up to 17 stocks from Moomoo. It is free money, guys. Linked right down below. All the details are down below. Go check it out. And you could also get up to 12 stocks from Webull. And if you want to check out the Patreon to see my Patreon portfolio, see the Discord, be a part of it, and you get access to all my calls throughout the day, charts throughout the day. All of that's on Patreon. Link down below. Go try it out. And you could always cancel it, guys, if you don't like it, if you don't find value. So all of those are in the description box. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.